Good morning. I was always passionate about branding and innovation. Most brand stories are fascinating. We had one, we had several this morning. And they really can be enhanced by new technologies. I love to tell compelling stories in order to enhance the customer experience and to grow business. However, I couldn't ignore that the fashion business wasn't so cool anymore, and that we were the bad guys. And I reached a point where I felt I was like the butcher who wants to turn vegan. Well, when I'm saying the bad guys, this is a little bit strong, because I was part of it. I was in charge. I slowly grew my understanding about how our industry was impacting the environment, and not only the environment, but also the human people. We wanted to make things right, for sure. When I began working in this industry in 2003, we tried to make things right. We were developing code of conduct, compliance rules, biosourcing, and as things were going further, we were making events for the consumer in order to incite them to share their clothes through second-hand markets. But it was very slow, it was painful, it cost too much. And in fact, the customers, they didn't care, really. It didn't move their hearts and minds, it didn't create any emotion. It didn't have any value for them. And so this sustainability touch was just nice to have. And for most of us, the bad guys, we were just achieving being less harmful. But no one is good because it's just less bad. And then I can understand why it was like that. All the company, they have a business to run. They have objectives, they have KPIs, they have quarters review. Most of them, they've been established for decades, and they've been exploiting the business model to its fullest extent. They have corporate structures, operation, their culture. Everything they're doing is towards what they have always done, because they've reached a size where change will always face headwind. And they also have very large teams. And those people are very dedicated, and they are relying on them. Most of them today understand that their linear business model can't last. Change is inevitable, and they agree about that. But easier said than done. So it seems that changing the big guys could take some time. So I've decided to go for the small guys, using branding and innovation to change small organizations. Organizations that are sometimes very young, sometimes not so young, not employing too many people. These can improve. Fashion entrepreneurs are also more open to new practices and to new circular business models. I could help them grow with their brand value and tangible assets. They always have something more: a rare know-how, high-quality product, or made in France label. Their expertise can be either traditional or innovative. They can be upstream, such as manufacturer or designers, or downstream, retailer, or all of that. We support those independent brands with two aspects. First, we make their brand visible and attractive with existing stories and reinsurance elements. And we introduce also in their brands new value proposition with existing stories. Stories are majors. And also reinsurance elements. How do we do that? First of all, we listen to them. We spend a lot of time with them hearing about their value, what they care about, what their employees are caring about, and also what their customers are expecting, what they are finding in their brand, what is the key difference. And then we frame their story to reveal their brand and their proof points. Alongside, we shape innovation to enhance the customer experience. For example, alternative way of using the product, such as temporary ownership, subscription, can be also product repair or eco-conception. We meet other people in the landscape, suppliers, competitors, customers, partners, many people, in order to find the right matches. This way, we build the ecosystem in order to display mutually supportive roles. We involve their team in this process at all levels in order to display, to spread energy to all employees. We move step by step with agility, and it works. As in the nature, the new species arriving will really boost each stakeholder in the ecosystem, and it will create energy and dynamism for the entire system. This way, companies are proactive in developing mutually beneficial relationships with customers, suppliers, and competitors. Today's small companies also have to be a different type of organization, a different setup. They work on their supply chain in order to implement sustainable practices. They open their conversation with their community through the ecosystem. The whole idea is to develop this new circular business model with a focus on the item's intrinsic beauty and the long-standing emotional value it can bring to everyone. Most of those small brands are valuing sustainability as part of their bottom line, even if it doesn't count for the time being in the financial sheets. They are adding their voice to the fashion conversation, and they are reaching consumers who are interested in brands that are aligning their value and can connect to them on a more human level. Today's small organization will become the future big organization. If we don't address them and support them today, they will turn into the same big thing as the other one. The majority of those entrepreneurs are still at early stages. Most of the new concepts require broader consumer mind shift and also changes in the industry practices. The lead time for this model towards profitability can be longer, for sure, but they are part of the growing trends of the circular economy, and they are quite promising for the future. Small brands are putting pressure on the big brands to clean up their supply chain. They can become the role model for today's leading organization. As our industry will face dramatic change in the coming years, in the very, very near future, established doesn't mean forever. Those entrepreneurs share a joint mission of creating a sustainable textile and fashion industry. An industry where the impact of the item quality and creativity is as essential as its environmental and human impact. I am on a journey in this new shaping process for companies that will be around in 10 years from now. It's all there. It's your decision to join. Thank you.